Good morning. Are you calling HomeAd? Okay, hold on, my man. You'll be the second one when we come back, okay? Thank you. Hold on.
A food truck and beverage vendors on site. Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. at Veterans Park in Huntersville, the Catalinas. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
Thank you very much, Calendar Girl. I remember when she was the other Calendar Girl. Wasn't she Miss August? Okay, just kidding, Demi. Just kidding. What a great job. What a community calendar there. Bringing us up to date on all that stuff. By the way, this is HomeAd. Our phone numbers are 704-873-1400 or 336-499-0681. Michael, my man, our neighbor. Good morning, Michael. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fine, Pat. Thanks for taking my call.
Hey, it's what I do. I'm here to do that.
Yeah, and you do it so well.
Just pushing a button.
Okay, Pat, I got a few items for sale.
Yes, sir.
I've got a 48-inch flush mount fluorescent light.
Uh-huh.
And then I got a 24-inch flush mount fluorescent light.
Okay.
One's 48 and one's 24 inches.
Yeah.
Then I got 3 crutches for sale.
Uh-huh.
All these items are $5 a piece.
Oh, great.
And then I also have a overlay that makes a poker table out of your dining room table or your kitchen table.
Oh, okay.
It has all the markings on it and stuff for the dealer and that kind of thing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's in a case, and I'd like to get $10 out of it.
All right.
Okay. And then the last thing I got is over the door. It's kind of like a bookcase. It's a wire
kind of wrought iron
mesh. Yeah, well, it's just kind of a lightweight.
Or it goes over the door. I'm trying to picture what this.
It just goes over the door, and it's got 3 little shelves on it. And we were using it to put paperback books in.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's it. If anybody's interested in any of these items, they can give me a call. 704-929-5533.
704-929-5533.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Michael. Good to hear from you. Thanks for holding, sir. Have a wonderful day. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Pat. Appreciate you.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. He's got the fluorescent lights, one 48-inch, the other 24-inch, flush-mounted, and the crutches, and those are $5 each, the lights and the crutches. And he has the overlay that'll unfold and go over your table for poker, $10, and some shelves that he can explain that to you. He said over the door. I'm not sure if it's a door for walking into the room. Anyway, Michael can explain it to you at 704-929-5533, 704-929-5533. Good morning. Thank you for holding, sir. Welcome to HomeAd.
Yeah, come on, Pat. I have a little 110cc four-wheeler for sale.
Uh-huh.
Now, the tires on it, they stay up for a couple of days and they go down.
Yeah.
But it's got a new starter and new solenoid on it. It may need a new battery or something like that. I don't know. It could possibly be the copper needs to be cleaned out on it. I'll take $100 for the way she said.
Okay.
And also, I have a motorized scooter as well. It's you can sit down on it or you can stand up on it.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you put starter fluid in it, it'll crank up, and when it goes, then it cuts back off.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's interested in it, I'll let it go for 100 as well.
All right.
And I also have a grass catcher that mounts on the back of your lawnmower, on the back of your rider mower. I'm asking $20 on it, and it's hard, and everything that goes with it's hard plastic.
Okay.
So none of it's got any holes in it like that. So then give me a call, 828-303-0459.
828-303-0459.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Thanks, sir.
You bet. Have a good day, sir.
And you too.
Thanks for calling. He's up in Alexander County with the four-wheeler, needs a little attention for 100. The motorized scooter for 100 also needs a little work there on that. The grass catcher for 20, I think that's for a riding mower. 828-303-0459, 828-303-0459. Caller, can you hold, and you'll be our first one after we read our bag of mail from Friday?
Well, you're going to sponsor it for me, so I guess I need to hold.
Well, listen, why don't you just do your ad, Mike? I mean, good grief. You are the sponsor of the Reading the Day Before bag of mail. What you got lined up for this week?
I got a couple loads tomorrow, one Wednesday, and can get some others the rest of the week. So
Very good.
if anybody needs anything, they can just give me a call.
Are you still working with Steve? Is Steve able to still help you out?
Yeah, Steve's got his truck back on the road. He hasn't learned to spread it yet, but he can take it and dump. So,
that's just what some people want sometimes, so that'll work good too.
Spreading is a little hard.
Yeah.
It took me a year or so to get to where I could spread it, but other than that, he's doing good.
Very good. Mike's...
All I was going to give you today was an anniversary.
Oh, okay. Sure. Whose anniversary is it?
Buck and Leanne Gatton, my son and daughter.
Oh.
And it was yesterday, July the 9th, and they're celebrating 35 years of marital bliss.
Very good for Buck and Leanne Gatton. Very good. Your son and daughter-in-law.
Son and daughter-in-law, that's right.
All right.
All right, my friend. Well, I'll just let you go, and I'll let you promote my business.
Thank you very much, Mike, and thanks for sponsoring what I'm going to do in just a minute. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Enjoy it. Have a good day.
And that is Mike Gatton. By the way, Mike's number, if you're in need of his services, delivering gravel, sand, rock, dust, mulch, or filled dirt or whatever, spread or just dumped, 704-838-3602, 704-838-3602. Caller, would you mind holding for a bit while we read our bag of mail? We'll come right back to you, I promise.
That'd be good.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You'll be number one. And caller, can you hold and you'll be our second one after we read our bag of mail?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. That's the bag of mail from Friday. Brian, out on West Front, calls us in occasionally with the 2000 Camaro convertible. 160,000 miles on this. It's a V6 automatic, 1900. The tires, the set of 265/70/17 for Ford truck tires, 6-lug pattern, 150. A fiberglass camper top for a 2017 short bed, good condition, 250. A 2009 Pontiac G6, good motor and transmission, basically for parts and all body parts. Call Brian, 704-880-8558 or 704-871-9969. And talk to Brian on those. For sale, a Hitachi VHS player with remote, like new, for $75. This is a VHS with remote, like new. Hitachi brand. 704-450-8034. 704-450-8034. Some laying hens, 10 of them, and brown eggs for sale. 704-929-7788. That's 704-929-7788. And Dan the handyman said he's looking for electrical work, power washing or painting. He said if you mention WSIC and you heard it on HomeAd, you get a 10% off. So call him at 980-635-1590. That's 980-635-1590. Thank you for holding, and welcome to HomeAd.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I live in Taylorsville,
Uh-huh.
And these two Siberian Huskies, you can tell they're full breed, and they got a blue collar on. It's a male and a female. They showed up,
Huh.
and they've been on that. They've been on that site for lost pets and stuff for over a week, and
Wow.
nobody's claimed them.
My goodness.
So what I'm saying is, if somebody hears this and it's their dogs, they can come and get them.
Okay.
If not so, if anybody would be interested in these dogs, give them just a good home.
Yes, sir.
They can have them. And I'm right here in Taylorsville, and my number is 828-409-4289.
Again, when did they show up? When did they arrive in your area?
It was about a week ago.
About a week, so they've been there. And
Yeah.
are they male and female, or two females or two males?
It's a male and female,
Male
and they ain't very old. You know, I'd say they might be a year and a half, maybe 2 years old.
How about that?
And good-looking dogs. You can tell they've been took care of.
Uh-huh.
Both of them's got a blue collar on,
Huh.
but nobody won't claim them.
My goodness.
And I put them on. I put them on that Taylorsville swap shop Saturday, and I ain't got the first call.
Uh-huh.
So we don't know where they came from. We don't know what's going on. But
Yeah.
you know, if anybody wants them or if they can claim them, they can have them. You know.
Sure.
So like I said, my number is 828-409-4289, and I live right here close to the prison.
We appreciate very much your taking the time, sir, to see if we can find the owners and all of that. And here again, somebody may have just dumped them off. I mean, I hope, or they're missing them. And we just haven't been, hopefully, if someone knows of someone missing Siberian Huskies, they have blue collar, there are two of them, and just call this number. Or if you might be interested in adopting them, and you can provide them a good home. And that's 828-409-4289.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
And
Pat.
you too, sir. Let us know if you do get some results, and I do hope you.
I
you
will.
do. Okay.
I'll let you know what happens.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And
Thank you.
And it depends just the right person at the right time, either checking that site or listening and all, and at the right time. But Siberian Huskies, those you don't find just let out. They both have blue collars. And if you have any information or you would be interested if in the event they aren't claimed, to offer them a good home, 828-409-4289 up in Taylorsville, 828-409-4289. He's located up near the prison camp in Alexander County. Good morning. Welcome to HomeAd. Thank you for holding.
How you doing, Pat?
Great. Having a good day. David, you doing okay?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right.
You had a guy Friday that was looking for laptops and tablets. It's your last hour at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Two box. One trailer. Jazzy chair and ramp shoes. And that was Friday?
Yeah, he was at the very end.
Huh. Okay, because the last caller I had yard tools, and then we had someone with with 9mm, and then we had the generators, and gosh, someone was looking for a trailer with ramps. I don't see that from Friday. That was the 7th of July. Tell you what, let me take this break, and then we'll see if I can find it here. Can you hold on? Or do you want to put it, you want to leave your number while I've got you here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's 919-308-2263.
Okay. Anything else for HomeAd besides wanting the number of the guy with the laptops, or that was wanting laptops?
No,
Okay, good. Just hold on. Okay, don't go away. Okay, we'll be right back with more of the HomeAd after these important messages. Okay, back we are with more home ad. 704-873-1400 or 336-499-0681. Thank you so much for holding. Are you still there, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I
good.
made it.
All right, great. Yay. What do you have for us?
Well, I have a birthday for a very special grandson who's turning 22 today.
Uh-huh.
His name is Jake Shaver.
Jake Shaver,
Yes,
22 from his grandmother. Very
and
good.
his grandpa,
And grandpa
known as Poppy, Nana and Poppy.
from Nana and Poppy. Great. Okay. Well, thank you so much for holding on. I'm glad you were able to do that yourself. You did a great job. Thank you, Nana.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Jake, Nana, and Poppy, remembering your 22nd birthday for today. And guess what? We need to take another break. My time management skills are very low this morning, but we are coming back with more home ad this hour. So just kind of hang in there.
register in person. For the full schedule, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. The Wild Goose Festival is coming to the Van Hoy Campground in Union Grove, July 13th through the 16th. This festival is for all the music and art lovers of the area. For more info, including the full lineup, visit wildgoosefestival.org. Love beach music? The Catalinas are playing in Huntersville on Thursday as part of Huntersville's La La Cabusa series. Bring your own chair or blanket for seating. There will be a food truck and beverage vendors on site. Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. at Veterans Park in Huntersville, the Catalinas. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
Here's your latest forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. Partly cloudy skies this morning, then partly sunny today. Slight chance for a shower with the afternoon high 84. It'll be mainly clear tonight, the low 64. Then sunshine returns tomorrow, the high 88. More sun for Wednesday with a high of 92. Sunny Thursday with a stray thunderstorm and a high near 92.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
Call 844-TAX-LAWS. 844-TAX-LAWS. 844-TA. Conversations that matter.
I gotta tell you, I'm afraid to even think about the next presidential election.
Led by you.
It's a mockery of American politics.
Hold on. We'll try to get you on. Don't go away. Hold on right there. You'll be the second one, so hold on.
Baptist Church, Sunday morning at 10 here on WSIC.
And back we are with more HomeAd. Thank you for holding, ma'am. We got 2 minutes. How can we help you?
Okay, I have a birthday today.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to call in Margaret Sigmund. She's 91 years old.
Great. Good for Margaret. And is she doing okay?
Yes, she's at Hilton Head Island at her son's today.
Oh, the good life. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
All right.
Thank
you have a good day.
All right.
Pat.
Thank you. Margaret Sigmund, enjoy the good. She's down at Hilton Head at her son's place down there. Happy 90th for you. Okay, we got about 60 seconds. Is that enough time?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir. Great.
I was wanting to buy NASCAR race shoes, sheet metal, hoods, roofs, door numbers, rear bumpers, old crew uniforms, old race programs, and other NASCAR collectibles. And my number is 704-880-6895.
704-880-6895. Great. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day today. So if you're looking to sell NASCAR stuff, he's looking to buy any NASCAR memorabilia, even crew uniforms, whatever you have. Give him a call at 704-880-6895. That's 704-880-6895. Doc Phillips, happy birthday to you from Saturday from Sandra and David Tate. Joyce let us know you turned 30 yesterday. And next hour at 10:45, we're going to probably have some more names added to the list, and we'll be spinning that wheel. So we've got the news coming up next from Fox, and then our local news with Mike. And we'll be back with another hour of the HomeAd program. So hopefully you'll get in and talk to us next hour. See you around the corner. Hey, we're back as promised, 6 minutes after 10 o'clock here on a Monday, the 10th of July. This program is called HomeAd, and you can call it any old thing you want to. It's just for you if you have something for sale, you want to buy something, you've lost something, you found something, looking for something. Maybe you've got a birthday or an anniversary you want to share with us, or just want to say hello. Well, by the way, we'll write those names down that have birthdays and anniversaries. And then this hour at 10:45, after assigning numbers to those names, we've got this big old wheel here, back the wheel of birthday, that I'll be spinning, and whatever number corresponding with the numbers assigned, that person will win the valuable prize. So President Biden is in England. He'll be speaking to King Charles Brittany Spaniel, the King Charles, here shortly. President, lose the aviator glasses. You don't want to be wearing your aviator glasses when you're addressing royalty. You just don't want to do that. I guess he feels he's Joe Cool when he's something about the aviator glasses. One thing that was taught to me in fact, we were not allowed to wear sunglasses in uniform in the military. At least when I was in, they may have changed that. And all, yes, I know General MacArthur. That was, he could wear anything he wants to. And Kurt LeMay could smoke cigars around jet air fuel, but that's a whole different thing there. But the thing was that if you were doing an interview and you were talking with someone, they were much more comfortable when they could see your eyes, if they could focus on your eyes, which are the window to the soul, if you know. And that was one thing they said. If you're getting ready to interview somebody, regardless of whatever, make sure you don't have your sunglasses. Make sure they can see your eyes so they can focus on you and they feel more comfortable. So just, Mr. President, lose them. Just lose those aviator glasses. You don't need them on there. All right. Here we go. Phone numbers are 704-873-1400 or 336-499-0681. And you can email us the information. Our email address is homead@wsicnews.com. And the mailing address is 1117 Radio Road, Statesville, North Carolina, 28677. Good morning. Welcome to the HomeAd program.
Well, I ain't smart enough to do all that stuff. That's why I'm calling.
Hi, Keith. Good morning.
Hi. Listen, I got a birthday.
Oh, great, Keith. Yes, sir.
Rodney Goforth. This is my son.
Oh, right.
My little boy ain't little no more. So,
they do grow quickly, Keith. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I told him as long as he act like his daddy, not his mama, he'd be doing good.
Oh, wow. How did that go with Mom?
Well, I ain't gonna say.
Oh, how can we say how old Rodney is today, Keith?
Yeah, he's 48. Well, it wasn't today, it was yesterday.
On Sunday.
Yeah, Yeah, he's 48.
How about that? Yeah, Rodney's grown up there.
Yeah, he has. But that's all I need for you today. I sure appreciate it.
We appreciate you, Keith. Thanks for calling. Have a good day, sir. You bet.
Bye.
Rodney Goforth, from your dad, happy 48th birthday on Sunday. Good morning. You're on the HomeAd program. Okay, we lost that one. Now the lines are back open. You can get through right away to us here on the HomeAd program on this Monday. Got some clouds out there. 74 is our current temperature. Good morning. Welcome to the HomeAd program.
Yes, I'd like to call in my granddaughter's birthday, please.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Her name is Jalen Whitaker, and she is 6 years old today.
Jalen Whitaker, 6 today. From her granddad? Did you say this is her granddad?
Yeah. Actually, I'm her favorite person in the world. She calls me favorite friend Pappy. I tell her all the time, if she was a bird, she's sweet. She'd be a sweet, sweet, tweet, tweet.
I bet so. Well, I bet she is somewhat spoiled, too, being around her friend Papa. So that's good.
We're blessed. Me and my wife are retired, so we've been able to look after her while her daddy and mama works for the school system, so we've been helping raise her, and everything during the day. So we bored her to death.
I bet you do. So are you in the midst of retiring? Have you been retired for long now, or?
No, I've been retired for about 6 years or so.
Oh, so it did take.
And,
okay, good.
Yeah, it took. I've been able to raise her from the very get-go, and she'll call me favorite friend Pappy all the time. She tell everybody, Pappy's my favorite.
Well, I'm sure you are. Well, thank you so much.
My wife's here shaking her head like she don't believe it, but I like to believe that in my mind. So.
What does she call her grandmother? What's her name for grandma there?
This grandma.
Just grandma? Just plain old grandma?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plain old grandma.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the information and hope Jalen does. And I know she's going to have a really great birthday today. On her 6th, for sure. Have a good one.
Thank you for your show.
Oh, sure.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, Jalen Whitaker, the Big 6 today. Good morning. Welcome to the HomeAd program.
Yes, I'd like to put a birthday in, please.
Sure. Yes, sir.
See, Gary Deal.
I'm sorry. Did you say Terry?
Gary, G-A-R-R-Y.
Oh, I'm sorry. No Gary Deal. And can we say how old Gary is today?
He was actually, it was yesterday, but he was 63 yesterday.
Oh, great.
73, I'm sorry, I'm 10 years old.
He worked hard for those 10 years, so let's add him on there. 73 for Gary. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Gary Deal, happy belated birthday wishes. You turned 73 on Sunday. On this date in 1776, the statue of King George III was pulled down in New York City. So they had a statue of King George in New York City, King George III. Yep, 1776. Brought it down there. 1866, a guy named Edison P. Clark patented his indelible pencil. Indelible pencil. How about that? 1866. Let's check this. We've got some calls coming in there. I'm going to try this and see if this works. Good morning. Are you calling HomeAd? Anybody there? Okay, see that it was showing it was lit. There was a call coming in, but there's nobody there, so we'll drop that one. Maybe it just didn't roll over. 1900 on this date, in the U.S. Patent Office, his master's voice was registered as a logo. The logo of the Victor Recording Company, and later RCA, Victor, had the dog Nipper looking into the horn of a gramophone machine. That was the dog's name, Nipper. And that was kind of a trivia. I was questioning our audience of what the dog's name was. Someone knew it. They called me up and said the dog's name is Nipper. I was looking into his master's voice, I think was, his master's voice was registered as a trademark for RCA. Victor Recording Company, 1900. Little Nipper there. And in the highest temperature ever recorded in this country was on this date in 1913. Were they concerned about global warming at that time? It happened in Death Valley on this date in 1913. 134 degrees Fahrenheit was recorded in Death Valley, California. So this ain't new, folks. And it's summertime and it gets hot. Isn't it amazing how it does? It just gets warm. And it gets cold in the winter, it gets hot in the summer. It's nice in the fall and the spring. But now that's weather. That's climate change for you. It's called seasons. A guy named Howard Hughes, on this date in 1938, completed a 91-hour flight around the world. And boy, were his arms tired. Don't forget to tip your waitress and waiters. 1962, I'm just waiting on calls. So we'll have. I'll be through with this here in a minute, and as soon as we get a call in, whichever comes first. Telstar Communications satellite launched on this date in 1962, relayed TV and telephone signals between Europe and the U.S. And I think now we have, thousands and thousands of satellites up there doing that? They're everywhere. Satellites everywhere. Getting a little crowded up there in that atmosphere around the space. Good morning. Welcome to the HomeAd program.
Well, okay, Pat. This is Hope here
Hope,
this time, and
good.
do we have a better connection?
Yeah, you sound
the real
great.
One.
The real Hope. That girl.
Yeah. Well, I do want to make it clear. I couldn't ask for a better person to be mistaken for, because she sounds like she does wonderful things for
Oh,
the
yeah.
community, and she deserves her kudos.
Yeah,
for sure.
the egg lady.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Most certainly. Anyhow, I was just doing my filler in her thing and didn't know if you wanted to do that dictionary roulette I was mentioning earlier. You want to see what?
Oh, sure. What
text?
what do you mean? No, explain dictionary roulette. What is that?
Well, I do dictionary roulette and I do Bible roulette. You just open it up and see what it says, and you're like, okay, that's the message for the day.
Now, are you going to?
This happens.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I thought you were
the
going.
Dictionary isn't. Go ahead. Sorry.
I thought you were going to read maybe the definition. I would tell you what the word is, or you were going to give me the word.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but the roulette part comes in. You just open it, and then I'll read you the top header words, and you pick one of them. Okay.
You will.
And it's coming out of a. Go ahead.
You will randomly pick. This isn't planned. This was not set up. This is just randomly.
Correct. You're going to ultimately pick it. Let me finish. This is the Webster's World New Dictionary College Edition from 1957. And I'm about to just put my hand there and open it. And then the header words are, check it out, fistful, fixation, fixative, and flag officer. Which one would you like me to read the definition of?
Repeat. Can I phone a friend? Repeat the choice.
Yeah.
Repeat the choices again.
The choices are fistful,
Fistful.
Fistful,
Yes.
and then fixation, Fixation,
Yes.
fixative, Fixative, and flag officer. Which one would you like me to read the 1957 version of that definition?
Okay. Fixation.
Fixation.
Mm-hmm.
It says, fixation, a fixing or being fixed, a fixating or being fixed. In chemistry, reduction into a solid or non-volatile form. And then B in chemistry is the fixing of atmospheric nitrogen. See nitrogen fixation. And it says in photography, the treatment of film, print, etc. to make it permanent. Speaking of that guy's permanent pen, huh?
Yeah,
In
indelibility.
psychology, in psychology, the directing and focusing of the eyes on a point. B, it's the popularity or morbid preoccupation obsession. And then definition 5, it's in the what is that word? Psychoanalysis, okay. And attaching or assessing, attaching or arresting of one of the component impulses of the libido in an early stage of psychosexual development. I've never read that before, so I don't know what to say. I do have a thing in relationship.
The unabridged version.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, well, 1957, they were thinking that way, honey. But we'll leave it there. I just wanted to fill your spot, and I love the history that you do put out there. Yeah,
Thanks.
for sure.
Thanks so much, Hope. Appreciate that. Thanks a
Have
lot.
a great day.
Thanks.
Bye.
And Hope was part of our Good Morning Lake Norman this morning. She was not on the air, but she was talking to Justin about. They were talking about how much to tip. What would be, are there some instances where you don't have to tip? I recall at a time in my life, I worked in a lot of places. I was still in school. I worked for the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, known as A&P, which is now the ABC store on Front Street and Center Street. The A&P store was there. And we had a great manager, and we were not allowed to tip. We were told you will definitely not, because we would take the groceries, we would bag the groceries up, we would bag them up for the customer, we would put them in the carts, we would then roll them out to the car and load them into the car for the customer, and quite often they'd, offer you a quarter. No, never ever once did we ever, any of us there, accept a tip. We were not allowed, I mean seriously, we just were told not to, because we never knew when someone was going to test us and all, but we never did. We're not allowed to accept any tips there. But now it's apparently expected everywhere you go there. But you never have to tip me here on HomeAd, unless it's maybe a good numbers for the mega lottery that Have they drawn a winner yet? Is it up to just 1 billion now? Maybe when it gets up to 2 billion, I'll give me a ticket or something. Good morning. Welcome to HomeAd.
Well, good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you doing this
I'm
morning?
doing well.
Great. Good for you, man.
Okay, you're going back in history.
Uh-huh.
Okay, 57 years ago today, on this date, my oldest daughter was born.
Wow. And she's 57.
She's
today.
57.
Okay, amazing. Good grief. She's older than my oldest daughter, who Emily, I think, turned 56, I think.
Well.
She'll be 57 in October. And what is your daughter's name?
Tina Redmond.
Tina is 57. Tina
Yes.
Redmond. Amazing.
Yes, but I spell it Tyna.
Oh, I am too. That's the way I'm going to spell it. Tyna, Redmond.
Yes.
Well, great, Mom. How's Tina doing? She doing okay?
That's fine.
Great. Well,
she's a joy.
I'm sure she is, as they all are. Thank you so much, and we've got her name on our list today. Thank you, man.
All right, thank you.
Tina Redmond. Happy 57th from your mom today. Another bit of historical information. Oh, by the way, Kirk's Catering and Carryout special on this Monday, your choice meatball sub with fries or the smothered chicken over rice and green beans, $7.49. And remember, if you go to the website, kirkscateringandcarryout.com, there you will find the specials every day of the week, Monday through Friday, and their catering services and the prices. It's all right there at kirkscateringandcarryout.com, which is located at 3470 East Broad Street at the Food Lion Shopping Center. Phone number is 704-872-8911, 704-872-8911. Kirk's Catering and Carryout. Okay, we have 23 minutes after 10 o'clock on this Monday morning, and we are ready to hear from you here. Hope you had a really good weekend. We had a real nice weekend at my home and stuff, and didn't do a lot. Went out for some ice cream and all. And Pat's Place is now open there, where Randy's Barbecue was located. Now Pat's Place is there. We had breakfast there yesterday. They have, I think, starting at 6 or 7 in the morning. I'm not sure, but they are open back now on Sundays, or maybe I'm not sure. I'm not going to guess. I just know they were open yesterday morning, and they do not take credit cards, cash or check. And there's a note where the ATM machine is, and they have no discounts on the menu. They said due to increasing prices, we offer no discounts. So there you go. Food was good. I had eggs over well with tater tots, because they were out of home fries, and liver mush. And a friend with us there from Upper Aberdeen said, "What is that?" I said, "That's liver mush." He said, "Liver mush." I said, "You've never heard of liver mush? They don't have that up in Virginia?" Yeah, of course they do. So anyhow, it was good. Pretty good. So there we go. And good luck to them. It's called Pat's Place. I was hoping they'd give me a discount for using my name, but apparently there's the Pat's Place in Statesville, and they have others. There's a little ice cream place right there, too. And that's right at the federally funded stoplight there in Troutman, where Randy's used to be. All right. 25 minutes after 10 o'clock, this is the HomeAd program. And what other bit of exciting news and information can I share with you here? Well, I guess we'll just take a break. 25 minutes after 10 o'clock, and we'll be right back with more of the HomeAd program. So, and bag of mail stuff too, so don't go away.
goosefestival.org. Love beach music? The Catalinas are playing in Huntersville on Thursday as part of Huntersville's La La Cabusa or blanket for seating. There will be a food truck and beverage vendors on site. Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. at Veterans Park in Huntersville, the Catalinas. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Yard sales, estate sales, and everything in between? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
29 minutes after 10, 10:29, you are tuned to the HomeAd program on a Monday morning. And our phone numbers are 704-873-1400 or 336 if you are calling from that area code 499-0681. My name is Pat Shannon. Happy to be here with you. Thank you so much for holding, and welcome to the HomeAd program.
Hey, Pat, this is Carol Davis at 127 Strawberry Lane.
Hi, Carol. How are you?
I'm doing okay, but I still got a piano that I want to give to a church or a non-profit organization. It's a Henry Miller Senate piano, very nice shape. Anybody, just give me a call or come by.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have needlepoint framed pictures hanging on the wall. They were done professionally framed, so they're very nice flower arrangements.
Yeah.
Hurricane lamps. And I have a variety of silver-plated dishes, also the bowls with the silver-plated circle around them. Anybody that does a lot of entertaining, great buy there. I got several bedspreads, homemade, lightweight, sort of like a quilt, but yet some call them bedspreads, some call them bed toppers. Very old lamp. It's antique, and it has a large shade to it. I also have a variety of vases. So anybody love to come by or give me a call, be glad to work with them.
Great.
Great prices.
Oh, good. What's a good number, Carol?
704-876-1339.
704-876-1339.
Yes,
Great.
12 Strawberry Lane.
Thank you so much, Carol. You have a good day. Thanks.
Hey, Pat, you too. Good week. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Carol Davis is over at 127 Strawberry Lane, and she's got that Henry F. Miller piano she is offering to someone that can use it, says it works fine, just does not need it anymore. And she also has some framed embroidery, some needlepoint pictures. Couldn't remember what I wrote down there. And some hurricane lamps, an older lamp, some dishes, bowls, and bedspreads, and vases. 704-876-1339. That's 704-876-1339 in the Statesville area, over on Strawberry Lane. Good morning. Welcome to the HomeAd program.
Yes, I'm in the need of something.
Yes, sir.
12-foot cattle panels, the kind that locks in together. Somebody's got some out there.
Sure.
They give me a call at 704-682-4121.
And in what general area are you located, sir?
Harmony and Cool Springs.
Harmony, Cool Springs area. Great. Anything else for HomeAd?
That'd be all, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling us. Have a good day, sir, today. Thanks.
You too.
He's looking for some of those interlockable cattle panels, 12-foot length cattle panels that will interlock. And he's in the Harmony area, 704-682-4121, 704-682-4121. Caller, can you hold while we read our bag of mail stuff? You'll be number one.
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Don't go away. Hold on right there. Because it's time now for our new bag of mail reading. Oh, but no, it's not. Well, it is time, but I want to also remind you about the WSIC job board sponsored by Customer Driven Staffing, letting you know they are looking for general laborers. No experience necessary, needed right away. So give Customer Driven Staffing a call at 704-761-8388 to schedule an interview, and then you could have a paycheck next week. That's 704-761-8388 extension 1. Customer-driven staffing. Now, the reading of the Bag of Mail is sponsored by Little Shavers Woodshop out on Salisbury Highway. A place you can say big on lumber because they mill it right there on site, and they do offer you bird feeders, pine needles, sprinklers, garden hoses, all those good things you can use right now. And they carry a full line of Daddy Pete's products like soils and mulch, and also Sitkin stains and PBG paints. Little Shavers truly is your one-stop shopping source for all things home and garden. Get the products you need at reasonable prices from Little Shavers, 3301 Salisbury Highway in Statesville. Phone number is 704-872-3148. 704-872-3148. Got an email. A big brown dog. I'm reading the email here. Pat, a big brown dog showed up on my porch early this morning and served breakfast. Location above the South Yadkin River Bridge of 115 North. That's about 6 miles north of on 115 north of Statesville. So if you're missing a big brown dog, call HomeAd, leave your number with Pat to identify and claim prior to animal control being called. He is pacing and anxiously looking for his owner. So if you are up in that area and you're missing a big brown dog, call here, HomeAd, leave your number, and this caller, which I am assuming will be listening, will contact you. But they did not leave their number. But hopefully you can get into HomeAd here. Next, we have over-the-counter 20-ton hydraulic press with adjustable table and press blocks for sale, $300 firm on that. A John Deere mower, 19.5 horsepower, 42-inch mowing deck with bagger, $800 or best offer. Call or text 704-928-5407. That's 704-928-5407. Next to the Bag of Mail, a set of tires, 25 10 by 12 for four-wheelers. Fair tread on them. Call 704-929-7040. That's 704-929-7040. Some guitars. We have a Martin DM Dreadnought for $1,300 and a Gibson Earl Scruggs Master Tone Standard Banjo for $5,000. If interested, call Michael at 704-682-8264. That's 704-682-8264. And finally, in the Bag of Mail, for sale, 2 Orange County chopper jackets, size 4X and XL, $20 each, and 2 Orange County chopper shirts, size 2X, $10 each. Call 980-223-2836. That's 980-223-2836. And that is the new Bag of Mail stuff. Thank you so much for holding, and welcome to HomeAd.
You're welcome, Pat.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Sure, you bet.
I have a couch cover, a full size for sale.
I'm sorry, I kind of lost your first part. Did you say that you have a cover for a couch? Is that right, Full?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, yeah, couch cover.
Uh-huh.
And I have a wedding dress for sale.
Uh-huh.
And I have some burgundy scrubs for sale.
Scrubs?
My number?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
My number is 704
Mm-hmm.
500 1055.
And then what general area are you, ma'am?
Statesville.
And that's 704-500-1055?
Yes,
That was
sir.
great. Well, good. Thank you for holding. And I do hope you have a great day and a great week.
You too, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
Pat.
ma'am. Thank you. So she has a cover for a couch, a full-size couch, a wedding dress, and some brown scrubs. 704-500-1055, 704-500-1055. Her phone number. Good morning. Welcome to HomeAd.
How you doing, Pat?
Oh, great. Having a good day. You doing okay?
Just fine.
Great.
Yes, I have a set of tires for sale. Really, it's my grandson's.
Uh-huh.
He bought him new ones, and they brought like practically new tires.
Mm-hmm.
They're P225/75 R16.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And the number to call is 704-657-4051.
704-657-4051.
Yes.
Okay. And what general area are the tires, sir?
Well, they're up in North Iredell, but I can get them and bring them toward in the Stageway.
Okay, great.
Or I can send pictures up, too, if somebody wants to see them.
Sounds good. Anything else?
That'd be all. Thank you all.
Sure. Thanks for calling us. Have a good day today, sir. The size of those tires again, a whole set, P225/75R 16-inch, 704-657-4051, 704-657-4051. Good morning. Welcome to HomeAd.
Good morning, Pat. How are you, buddy?
Great. Doing good. You doing okay?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Listen, I got a maid of honor 16-quart pressure cooker.
Oh, okay.
$25 for best offer.
All right.
Also, I've got an electric organ for $25 the best offer. It'd be something good for kids to play on, whatever.
Yeah.
And I have in the box. It's the KC Berry Phone 2. What it is, it's a bear has a built-in phone.
A bear?
And I don't know how. Yeah, it's a teddy bear with a built-in phone on it. It's still in the box.
How about that? Okay.
For future speakerphone on it now. And the mouth and the eyes move by the activated collar was.
Yeah.
$25 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 3 sets of pole saws.
Mm-hmm.
I paid $30 for all 3 sets of my one.
All right. Good.
Give me a call, 828-838-2031.
I'm sorry, 828-838. What was the last four?
2031.
2031. All right.
Yes, sir. I'm up here off Cedar Ford Road.
Great. Good to hear from you, sir. Thanks for calling us.
All right, Pat. You do too, buddy.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
you bet. The 16-quart pressure cooker for $25, the electric organ $25, the little teddy bear phone, new in the box, for $25, and 3 sets of pole saws, all for $30. And up on Cheatham Ford Road, 828-838-2031. That's 828-838-2031. G&B Energy carries a full line of quality grills, like the Wilmington Gas Grill, made right here in North Carolina, the Broil King Gas and Pellet Grills, the Komodo Joe Ceramic Charcoal Grills, and they also offer Jealous Devil Lump Charcoal and Lumberjack Grilling Pellets. And you'll find all these great products at G&B Energy, 120 Entercraft Drive out of Highway 70, east of Statesville. And don't forget, you can get your cylinder refilled there at G&B for $20. That's G&B Energy. And it's 15 before 11, 10:45, time for the happy birthday anniversary segment of the HomeAd program. Born on this date, by the way, July 10th, was from North Carolina, great news journalist when they were actually journalists, David Brinkley. Remember he and Chet Huntley had the evening news? David Brinkley, NBC News, Washington. Born on this date in 1920, great guy. Jake LaMotta, the boxer, Robert De Niro, I think, played him in that movie. Anyway, now the real famous people. Jim Conger, 85 Friday. Ralph called that in for you, Jim. Jim Conger, happy birthday. Anthony Ecker Sr., mother-in-law, said he is one of the best son-in-laws you'd ever find, and he's 50-ish today. Jody Taylor, mom, called it her Jody's birthday. 64 for Jody Taylor. Got an anniversary. Chuck and Leslie Nance, 30 years from their dad. All right. And we have another one that their dad called in. Buck's dad called in with Buck and Leanne Gatton. 35th anniversary yesterday. Of course, Mike Gatton, you know, the 3-ton man. A happy birthday, a happy anniversary to Buck and Leanne. Jake Shaver called in, and Jake is 22, and their grandma and grandpa, Nana and Pop, called that in. Jake, happy birthday, happy 22nd to you. David Tate turned 30 yesterday. Thanks, Joyce, for that email. And Doc Phillips, 74 Saturday. Sandra, thank you for that. Margaret Sigmund is down in Hilton Head on her 90th birthday, staying at her son's place on beautiful Hilton Head Island. Happy birthday, Margaret. She'll be coming home soon. Keith Goforth called in his son Rodney's 48th birthday. Rodney Goforth turned 48 yesterday. Jalen Whitaker is 6, and Jalen is with his granddad, his friend Papa, his Papa friend, and Nana. Wishing Jalen a happy. They're kind of watching the folks. Jalen's folks are teaching right now, so the Papa and Nana get to take care of him and all. Jalen, happy 6th birthday. Gary Deal turned 73 yesterday, and Tina with a Y, Redmond's mom, called in her 57th birthday for today. Tina, happy and great birthday to you. Now, I guess my job is to spin the wheel and see who wins the valuable prizes. Those who are watching this on YouTube or whatever, Facebook, can see now I'm spinning the wheel, and I'm in no way controlling the wheel in any manner. And hopefully it'll land on one of the numbers. What did it land on? Number 1/2. It's actually 1.5, which belongs to Anthony Ecker Sr., 50-ish. Anthony, I've got the certificate right here, and I'm going to put your name on it. And it'll be right here at WSIC 1117 Radio Road. So come on over. Best time is in the morning when I'm here. I'm not sure the schedule is folks coming in and out of here all the time. I just want to make sure there's somebody here that can give you your certificate. So if you could, come by during the mornings, like 8:30 to 11 or so, and just ring that bell in the back, and we'll get your certificate to you. All right, it'll have all the information upon it you'll need to redeem it for your wonderful prizes, like your 6 donuts from Daylight Donuts, which, by the way, is open Tuesday through Saturday, meaning they're closed today, from 5:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 1849 East Broad Street. And you've also won your choice of a medium coffee or smoothie from Lake Mountain Coffee at 110 West Broad Street in beautiful downtown Statesville, and a free trip to the Salad Bar from Statesville Boxcar Grill and Catering at 3103 Taylorsville Highway, right off 540. And for Anthony, everybody having a birthday and anniversary, congratulations from all of us at WSIC, WDSL. And I just put a caller on the Land of Hold. If they'll wait, we'll get right to him. But I've got this gentleman that's been waiting for a little bit. Thank you for holding, sir. Welcome to HomeAd.
Yes, thank you.
Sure.
Yes, I have 2 burial sites out at Iredale Memorial Gardens.
Yes, sir.
For sale. And I would make them a great deal on that, maybe just a hair over half price for what they sell them for.
Uh-huh.
They're side-by-side lots, and I need to move them because I've moved down in the eastern part of the state and have no use for them.
Okay, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
give me a call, 910-686-0484.
910-686-0484.
Correct.
Great. Okay, thank you for holding, sir. You have a good day today.
Thank you.
Thank you
Hope
very
you
much.
have one too.
Thank you, sir. Side-by-side sides at Iredell Memorial Gardens for sale. Call for more information, 910-686-0484. That's 910-686-0484. Thank you for holding and welcome to the HomeAd program.
Good morning to you, Pat.
Hey there, what's going on, Ronnie Ward?
Not a whole lot right now. Just trying to keep cool.
Okay.
Anyway, I have got a request. I need a junk lady to call me,
Okay.
and I'm sure she's got my number, and I don't have hers. I got one, but I think it's not a working number.
Okay.
I would like for her to give me a call. I got some stuff I need to get. I think she can use. But anyway, of course, you know I'm always over here at the on my antennas over here. I'm at 1600 Shelton Avenue, and I got them on display. Anybody want to come by and get one today? I do have them, all ready to go. So
yeah.
Anyway, but I need the junk lady to call me. I got something I need her to do.
Sure, you bet, Ronnie. You be good. Have a good, safe day today, my good friend.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you now.
We appreciate you, Ronnie. Ronnie Ward, the man with the ugly antenna. Give him a call. Oh, by the way, junk lady, he wants you to call too. 704-682-1755 is Ronnie's number, 704-682-1755. And let him explain how those ugly antennas can pull in all of those free over-the-air digital signals into your TV. And we'll be right back.
you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FRE.
Join me, Darren Streblow, for the Darren Streblow Comedy Show, Sundays at 6 p.m.
And back we are. And we've got Mr. McCoy, the real McCoy, on the phone now. Mr. McCoy, thank you for holding on. Are you still there?
Yeah, I had an open line. I just hung on.
Thank you so much.
Sorry about that.
No, you're great.
I need somebody that knows about metal roofing. I need some roofing put on my house.
Yeah, metal roofing.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to Lowe's and see how much it is. I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch.
Oh, okay. All right.
I need somebody to put it on for me.
Sure. Yes, sir.
And my number is 704-340-3082.
Mr. McCoy, what general area are you again?
704.
No, what general area? Where are you?
Oh, we're here in Statesville on the south side.
Statesville area. That's what I thought. Great. All right. Well, good luck, Mr. McCoy. I hope you get somebody to do you a good job on that. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I had a good one, buddy. Had a good one.
Good for you, sir. Well,
I'm going to let you go so you can answer the phone, I guess.
Okay. Thanks for holding on, Mr. McCoy.
Okay, buddy. You're welcome.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
Bye now. So Mr. McCoy is looking for someone to install metal roofing. He's going to get the roofing, and he is in the Statesville area, and he needs an installer. 704-340-3082. That's 704-340-3082. Last hour, we had a call of a couple of Siberian Huskies that showed up in Alexander County area about a week ago. And the gentleman said they put them on finder sites and all, and was just hopefully trying to find somebody that's maybe said they're beautiful Siberian Huskies, a pair. They both were wearing blue collars, and they've been there about a week. And so he's hoping to find either somebody that would like to adopt them or that would like to give them a good home, or preferably the owners. And that number is 828-409-4289. 828-409-4289. If you are missing a couple of Siberian Huskies, or you would be interested in adopting them, 828-409-4289. Caller, we've got about 50 seconds. Would that give you enough time?
Yeah, that'll give me enough time.
Great.
Okay, I'm just looking to mow some yards in Davie County, Advance, Bermuda Run area, not really outside of Advance.
Yeah.
Just do some lawn care, and my number is 336-488-6465.
336-488-6465. Oh,
Yep.
Good. Great. Good luck, sir. Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you.
You bet. So if you're up in the Advance area around there, he is available to do some yard maintenance for you. And that number is 336-488-6465. That's 336-488-6465. Jeff McNeely will be on the air right after the news. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, it's Good Morning Lake Norman with Justin Nikisis coming up at 7:05. And we'll be back tomorrow morning right here with more HomeAd.
X.
Any views expressed in this program do not necessarily represent those of WSIC.
All systems are a go.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats. Taking Care of Iredell with North Carolina State Representative Jeff McNeely is about to begin. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Iredell County. Hope everybody is doing well on this hot, muggy, steamy Monday morning, day before 4th of July. So be careful out there, folks. 4th of July is always one of my favorite holidays that we have. Not too many animals eating a whole lot, so we actually maybe get a little break at the meal, even though they're 24/7. So always look forward to it. That, and it is our Independence Day. It is the day that our nation officially was founded and let freedom ring. So glad for it. Got a good show today. Got my good friend Chris Carney going to come on. He's going to call in second part of the show. Got a big announcement we're going to lay on you that he's done a thing, and so wanted him to put that out there. So we'll see what this surprise is. So now you've got to hang around for the second part of the show, or as the other guy said, for the rest of the story. So anyway, can't wait to hear from Chris. Anybody want to call in and talk here? First part of the show, 704-873-1400. Love to hear something out of you. Write down my time here, make sure I got it right. Big things going on, folks. Supreme Court. They've been very, very active, and in a good way for once. So first off, throughout the Biden administration student loan program that was going to be about $430 billion. So unfortunately for people, they're going to have to pay back what they owe. And I know that doesn't sound American. Actually, it does. But it's fair. Choices were made. Deals were done. Documents were signed. You keep your word. You do what you have to do. Nobody should be expecting for somebody else to help pay off their student debts. They're the ones that got the education. I hope it's worth it, and I hope they're able to pay off their debt. They did have a heck of a pause, about 3 years, which should have been time to save money. Should have been time maybe to even pay on it without the interest adding up in the whole 9 yards. Because the other show I reported, it was like $6 million a month in interest being stalled that wasn't being collected. So you look at how much actually that program's probably in arrears just from not getting the interest payments over a 3-year period. It's pretty outstanding. So, and understand this, whenever this happened, I called this, everybody called this. It didn't take no rocket scientist to know that the Biden administration had overstepped their bounds and it was going to be ruled unconstitutional. They basically tried to go back and through presidential executive order rewrite the 2001 HEROES Act. And the HEROES Act come out of basically 9/11 when the Twin Towers were bombed and we were under attack, and this was all part of a whole thing. If we all remember back that day, everybody knows where they were. Fortunately, I can always remember I was working. When there are most things happen, I'm working. But I do remember seeing it. And so tried to go back and rewrite it. And that's basically what the Supreme Court said, is that the executive branch does not have the ability to go back and rewrite, refit a law through an executive order to make it work. So we all knew it was unconstitutional. We knew it was a ploy to try to buy votes. And really, to tell you the truth, if I was one of the ones getting their loan forgiven right now, I'd be a little ill more at the Biden administration. I'm sure you want to point out somebody and, they're going to say, well, we tried to give it to you. There was no way they ever could have gave it to you. And they lied and got your hopes up. So just remember that. This is really a crazy thing to do to start with, in my opinion, to be able to just magically wave a wand and let the rest of us pick up the tab, because the money was spent. And all the people that couldn't afford to go to college were going to be on the hook for the ones that did. And that's not the American way. And I know a lot of people screamed about the PPP with the business loans and stuff like that. And I get it. But understand, tax dollars have been paid and paid and paid from businesses. To me, that money will be reoccurred also from the PPP. It may be in a different way in a longer term, but it will be gotten. So one other thing they did, which I was kind of, I don't want to say shocked, but they basically said affirmative action at the University of North Carolina and Harvard, as far as their admissions program, should not be allowed. So this is going to be interesting going forward. And I've thought about this a lot, especially in the last month or so, because I had a little issue and I wondered about affirmative action out loud and probably shouldn't have. But I do believe that we need diversity at our universities, but I understand that you've got to be able to make certain grades. There's nothing worse than allowing somebody to enter into a program knowing that there may be a good chance they're going to fail, and then you do know that you took somebody else's spot that may succeed. But you don't know that until it happens, because you want all to succeed. So I understand there's a two-edged sword here in this. We do need to make sure that all peoples have a chance, and that's why I'm so big on school choice and education, because that's what's going to make it. I really wish we would take off the race, the ethnicity box on the applications. I wish we'd take off even the gender. Just your name and your grades, your scores on tests. Write your essay of however you done. That'll probably identify who you are and what you are. But, other than that, we're looking at the level it takes to get in. And I know whenever I was at NC State, we all knew it was going to take a certain number on the SAT and a certain number on the GPA. And if you didn't have one, you better have the higher of the other if you wanted to get into engineering school or some of the harder different curriculums there. So it's kind of laid out there what you're gonna have to achieve, and I wish maybe they'd put the minimums up at these universities as far as what SAT scores and GPAs are, so that way kids know what goal they got to work for. Just go ahead and say, hey, we're not going to look at applicants if they're below 1,300 on the SAT and don't have at least a 3.75 GPA from high school. Different things. I mean, I think that would be important to me. And that way you'd know what you had to do and where you needed to be. Also, one other thing the Supreme Court did that I thought was really a big win for the conservative Christians out here, including myself, is that businesses don't have to do something if it violates their religious beliefs. And this goes back to having to create a website for a gay couple. They chose this person in Colorado, and they told them up front that they would rather not do the website for them. So I think that that couple should have just went to the next person. Instead, they were offended by that, and so they filed a lawsuit and took it through the court system. Lord knows how much this has cost. But at the end of the day, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the web designer that chose not to want to do it because she said it was against her beliefs as a Christian. And there's many beliefs out there and many religions, but I think we need to respect. And at the end of the day, it's up for the two different parties to agree whether to do business or not do business. And if you choose not to do business, that's fine. I think that's your right. As a small business owner, I feel like I have the right to refuse to do business with whoever I want. And if somebody doesn't choose to come to my business, then that is their prerogative. And I wish them the best. And hopefully we can get together again sometime. So, I had some stuff put out on me for some of the things I said on the floor that was totally wrong on Google reviews and different things, and I didn't think it was right at all. I guess those people have the right to do that, even though they don't know me and they didn't have any experience in my business. They were just slamming me personally. So these are the things you run into. So I do think all three rulings were wins for conservatives in this, and I think they just proved a point that we want everybody to pay their debts, to achieve on their own merits, and to be able to have the freedom to choose whether to do business with somebody or not to do business with somebody. And these are all constitutional rights, in my opinion, and that's how the court ruled. So we'll see how it goes forward. I think they were good rulings. There may be some legislation done. Always remember this, folks. If you think things didn't go like you want because the Supreme Court is too conservative, just until the last election for 2 years, the Democrats could have done the student debt loan forgiveness. They had control of the House, the presidency, and basically the split, or they had control of the Senate. So they could have codified that into law. But no, they choose to let Joe Biden do the executive order. So, I want you to think about that. If that's what the left really wanted, they could have done it. But they didn't. And so now it went through the court system, and it was ruled invalid, unconstitutional. Hey, if anybody wants to call and talk about any of this, give me a holler, 704-873-1400. Love to hear from you today. I know it's the day before July the 4th. Probably everybody's at the beach. Hey, you can go on and listen. We're nationwide. We're worldwide. We're on the internet. All right. A couple things I did want to talk about, too, last week. We did a thing last Tuesday. We did 6 veto overrides in about 40 minutes. And we're not sure if that's a record, but it sure felt like it. And basically, one of the overrides we did was where Roy Cooper vetoed the Farm Act. Now, he claims that there's some issues with the wetlands, but we are actually going along with federal regulations, not state regulations, as I talked about last time. State regulations were something that him and Michael Regan, who was head of the North Carolina Deaner, had come up with that were more strict by far and stringent than the federal. And now Michael Regan is head of the U.S. EPA. Biden decided to put him as the director of it. So, court case went through the Supreme Court and threw out some of the regulations that have been implied and put it back to basically the Obama-era regulations, which made it less restrictive, but that's how the court saw it, and I believe them to be right. And so North Carolina became less restrictive. We follow the federal guidelines, not some state preemptive guidelines that we've been working to change in the legislature. So, like I said, Roy vetoed the Farm Act, which had a lot of good stuff in there for agriculture. That bothered me. And we overrode it, along with 5 others. And some of the stuff that he vetoed, just totally frivolous. It even had Democrat support, not so much in the House, a couple, but in the Senate, yes, on these overrides, because I think now he's just got to the point where he's vetoing about pretty much everything, or letting it lay upon his desk and become law. Signing very little legislation into law. I think we said the other day there was about 22 bills, maybe. I can't remember the exact number. Not many that have actually become law, and we've been there now going on 6 months. And so, and there's probably 1,500 bills put forth between the Senate and the House. I'd say at least 12 to 1,300 anyway. And so if you think about it, we just got 20-some odd laws come out of that, and most of them are very small technical changes. We don't make a whole lot of widespread changing laws. There's few, there's some, and there's good ones. But now he's just got to the point where he's just vetoing everything, and he's up to 83 vetoes total since he's been in office, and that is now, I think, over double what all the previous governors that could veto had together. So just giving you an idea of how well we're all working together down there with, and his mindset and what he's doing. So quite bothersome. And then he tells us, and also the Democratic Party has led us to believe that he could possibly be a VP candidate or maybe even a presidential candidate at one time because he did so well working across the aisle with bipartisan. Tell me how that is. All right. North Carolina Commerce Department failed to monitor about $128 million in federal workforce funds over the last year and a half, 2 years. There was an act called the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. about 21,000 job seekers, gave them access to employment, education, training, and supportive services to succeed in the labor market. Now, I don't know about y'all. I'm sure the education wasn't a bad thing, but there's been help wanted signs up everywhere. Still are quite a few up everywhere. And best I can tell, we spent $128 million on 21,000 people. And I'm not saying the money went to them. I think it just went into the programs to train them. That's over I think it's about $6,100 a piece that we spent. And I have a really good feeling that a majority of that $128 million was wasted. It was unnecessary. I don't think people needed a whole lot of help finding jobs. I think people needed a whole lot of motivation to get them to go look for jobs. So once again, this program wasn't even necessary. And basically, you look at this, it's just typical liberal mumbo jumbo. This whole act was, and it's just wasteful. It was wasteful to create the program, and then it was wasteful on the way it was administrated. So $128 million later, we go, bad idea. I'm sorry, taxpayers. I'm sorry. It was a federal, not a state bill. Remember that. Another unusual thing that's going on that I thought we should bring out is Mike Morgan. He is one of our North Carolina Supreme Court judges. It looks like we got a caller. Somebody motivated him. Maybe I finally pricked a conscience or something. All right, let's take a call, Joe. Hey, this is Representative Jeff McNeely. Who we got?
Hey, this is William. How you doing this morning, Jeff?
I'm doing well, William. What you got on your mind?
Well, it just goes to show you they got something right up there in Washington, D.C. for a change, even with Donald Trump not being there. But he had part in getting that done with the court systems.
Oh, yeah.
The only people that seem to be complaining about it is the ones that are looking for the free lunch. And then when are they going to get it through their heads that there ain't no such thing as a free lunch?
Well, unfortunately, we've bailed out too many people too many times. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just going to say that, even during the pandemic, which we're still going through that, it's kind of calmed down some, but in the height of it, we got those stimulus checks. Everybody thought that was free money. Well, to begin with, it was our money.
Mm-hmm.
And don't think for a minute that we didn't have to pay taxes back on that.
Exactly.
The Democrats, they're screaming all the time about equality this, equality that. Well, they got their equality if they think about it at the end of the day. So I guess they're just going to complain, and I guess they're just not happy unless they are complaining.
Well, there may be a lot of truth to that. There may be a very lot of truth to that. I
just know. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, I was just going to say, there's two different mindsets in the world. One is, I want my government small, and I will take care of my own business, and I just want the freedom. And the other is I want the government to protect me, take care of me from cradle to grave, and do all these things for me, and just take what money you want from me, and I'll be happy, and you just watch over me and tell me what's best for me. And those are the two mindsets, and I'm sorry I fall into the first one.
I know. I understand what you're saying, Jeff. I totally agree. But, no, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there worth. I'm happy with the way they did things up there. It kind of oversides what happened here in North Carolina with them passing that law to change the name to Fort Bragg to Fort Freedom. I don't have a problem with them changing the name. What I have a problem with is the way they went about it and the reason why they did it. I mean, that it's been Fort Bragg for as long as forever, and then all of a sudden somebody decides they got their feelings hurt because the Bragg name was in the Confederacy. I mean, come on now, people. If this is, we got to get our priorities straight, and our priorities are all out of whack.
And I'm gonna throw this out there, and it's not because I went to NC State, but we've talked about this many times down there. And when you say this, usually the liberals just shut up and walk away. But I mean, if we're gonna do this wokeness, we need to talk about the University of North Carolina mascot, the Tar Heels. I'm just gonna tell you. I mean, that came straight from Robert E. Lee, telling about how those boys stood and fight and how hard they fought. And they like they was tar on their feet, and so when you start talking about that because it's a pretty liberal place over there, all of a sudden now there's no more discussion about that. We'll talk and walk away and change it.
They kind of got selective choice with their ideas and everything. Almost,
hypocrisy is a cool word for them.
But yeah, I totally agree with you. We just. This is not priority. I think right now in this country, priority is getting this country safe again. We got to stop the bleeding, Jeff, and then we can worry about Band-Aiding the wounds. And we ain't stopped doing that yet. We have not stopped doing that.
Well, we had that mass shooting here over the weekend in Baltimore. 2 people dead, and I don't know, umpteen injured at a party, and people just come in and gunned them down. And the first thing people are going to holler come Monday morning is we need better gun control laws. Well, Baltimore is just right behind Chicago as far as how much gun control they have in their city and all this. And Chicago's number 1, and Baltimore's probably top 10. I don't know the answer as far as gun deaths. So it's not about the gun. Here's the problem. Are we willing to do the punishment that it takes to deter the crime? Because I'm telling you right now, whoever went in there, killed 2 people, and was meaning to kill a whole lot more, needs to get the death penalty, and it needs to be fairly swift. And the sad part is people know who did the shooting, and they won't turn the people in. That's the part that drives me wild. You know this bad actor. I know they knew this bad actor. Somebody does, and yet it seems that everybody clam up and don't want to talk. I don't know if it's because they're afraid of retaliation, or if it's just they don't want to see somebody get in trouble. I don't get it. So
you gotta go back to the getting biblical here.
Yeah.
Follow the money. Just follow the money. That's where it's at. It's money, corruption, and everything, and we got to clean up Washington, D.C., and we had a man up there that was starting to do that. If we can get him back up there, he'll start cleaning it up again. But that's, it's been going on for many, many, many years. The Democrat and the Republican Party, for that matter, is not of our fathers, Republican and Democrat parties today.
I sometimes find it hard to tell the difference.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
True. You got a bunch of turncoaters up there, ain't no doubt. There's no doubt about that. But anyway, I'll let you go. I hope you and your family have a good 4th, and we'll be talking to you. Okay?
You too. Be safe. Thank you, William. All right, we're getting down here close to coming to the end here. But I was talking about Mike Morgan. He has chose not to run again for his slot on the North Carolina Supreme Court judge in 24. Instead, he's thinking about running for governor. And it could get very interesting. Josh Stein, who's put his name out there a while back, has been the only really Democrat of name to throw his hat in the ring. But he's trailing Mark Robinson in the polls. Mark's our lieutenant governor. Not that there's anything good, bad, or different. He could be purple. He is a man of color. And Mike Morgan is a man of color. So my question is, are the Democrats getting worried that their white guy can't get it done? And are they looking for something different, some diversity? I don't know. It will be interesting to see. Usually they do pretty good about picking their candidate and nobody else jumps in, and so they ram it through. But this could get interesting, and so I always like to see some competition out there. I guess we'll see what happens. So keep your eye on Mike Morgan, North Carolina Supreme Court judge. Y'all hang tight. I got Chris Carney coming back for the second part of the show. I think you're going to really like it, so stay tuned. All right, we're back. All right, we're back here for the second half of the show. But Chris, I feel like you have a
We've had just a fantastic
All right, we're back here for the second half of the show. Going to get ready to bring my guest on. Had the new owner, Justin, just got his FCC approval, and so sorry for the long ad break in there, but hey, new payments have to be made. So let's go ahead and see if we can get Chris on the line here and bring him in. Hey, Chris, are you there?
Jeff, I am, and congratulations to Justin. And I know he's a go-getter, and he's going to do a lot with the station, so we're really excited for him.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on. Matter of fact, real quick plug, our good friend, Representative Jason Sane from over in Lincoln County, he's going to have a show on Wednesday. I think I might actually call in for part of it, so he's obviously desperate for material to fill. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. But, hey, how you doing, man?
Doing great. As you know, we had a great event last Thursday that you came out and spoke at, as well as our good friend Jason Sane.
Yeah.
And so it was quite the night. So thanks for coming out, and I appreciate your support.
And let's talk a little bit about that, because a lot of people may not know, but there was an announcement, I guess. That's kind of the coming out party. Tell us a little bit about why we decided to have a reception down there in Mooresville here the other night. What were we up to?
I appreciate it. So, Jeff, I'll tell you what. As you know, I was happy to serve as a town commissioner back in 2005 to 2011 as pro tem as part of that as well, and then on to the North Carolina Senate, which I served for a couple of years. So I'm really proud of that. And then I came home and did like we talked about. I got back to work, got back to my family. 'Cause that's what we say. Elected life should be something you do part-time and then come back and work back at home, and that's what I did. I was really excited for that. Got to get the kids off to college and get some good time. Well, so we announced on Thursday a run for the mayor of Mooresville, and as you know, Mooresville, we've had our issues over the last decade, so I tried my best to move on to just some normal life, and unfortunately I couldn't sit down at a diner or go out and enjoy meeting some friends without having people talk about how disappointed they were in some of the directions we were taking. And finally, I just decided, if you're blessed enough to have the ability to help, you should.
Well, there you go. There you go. And we're not going to come here to either praise Caesar or bury him, but Chris, I feel like you have a unique skill set, and some of it is what you do now. A lot of people talk to me and say, "What does Chris do?" I said, "He solves problems." That's what he does.
Yeah.
He solves problems. And somebody says, "Well, how does that work?" And I said, "Trust me, you got a problem, go talk to him. He'll solve it." And that's what being a mayor or an elected official does. We solve problems, whether it be through the legislative, elective side, or whether it be through the private sector side, and working with government to try to come to some kind of a compromise or bridge to get through a problem or whatever. And I think that is the unique skill set that you have.
Well, Jeff, I appreciate you saying that. And I've been lucky enough to have some great friends that I've gotten to know over the years of being elected and being outside of office now. And essentially, your exact point, being mayor, is taking your issues to the people who have the ability to help you fix them, because it is a team game. And that's the thing that people miss out. When they get more caught up in the I than the we, usually bad things